Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Horse Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Okay, we've got news for the upcoming Star Wars movie from Daisy Ridley.
From Daisy Ridley?
Well, yeah, news
She's
is from
one?
Daisy Ridley. The news is from.
Okay, I get where you're going.
From Daisy Ridley possibly starring, I guess you could. I don't know if she's going to be the star.
I don't think she's supposed to star in it, actually.
I don't know.
Is she? I thought there was
she's going to be in it, but we don't know if she's going to be the star.
Yeah, I thought there was new Jedi and she was going to be the
the
Yoda character.
Let's get into it.
All right.
While she did miss the chance to promote her latest feature film that she was in because of the strikes, she did do some interviews after, talking now about the film's digital release. But as what always happens when you're a Star Wars actor, they ask you about Star Wars.
Yep, every single time.
Why not?
Especially when you got a project upcoming.
Mm-hmm. She did confirm that at Celebration London, it was like a big secret. Huge secret.
It was. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah. While speaking to Collider, she did reveal that it was literally top secret. There are a handful of people in London who actually knew she was coming up on stage.
She didn't even know.
She said, and by the way, the interviewer's name is Stephen. She said, "I will tell you, Stephen, when I saw you in Park City at the Sundance Film Festival in January, I had not been approached."
Okay, so that's pretty quick. April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asked by some, but not by you, but I was asked something when I was there, and strangely, people were asking me stuff, and I was like, no, I'm not doing another one. Meaning at the film festival.
Yeah.
In January, they asked her if she was going to be in something, and she's like, no, I'm not doing another one. Then it all happened after I came back. It was such a nice reception.
Didn't she have lunch with Kathleen Kennedy or something? It was reported, and everybody's like, "Oh, she's going to be in a movie," and everybody's like, "No, she's not going to be in a new movie." And now, yeah.
She said, "I was shitting myself before I came on stage because no one knew I was going to do that. No one knew I was going to Celebration, bar Kathy Kennedy, and there were a couple of people. I was so nervous. Oh my God, it was such a wonderful reception."
Yeah, she did get a nice reception, I think.
She really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think people hate her, Daisy Ridley.
No, it's nothing against the actress.
No.
I mean, she did the best she could with what she was given.
Yeah. We could argue how good her performance was, sure, but, I mean, it's not, her fault that her character was exactly.
Mm-hmm. But I would still argue up and down that I think Force Awakens Rey was good. And if the story following The Force Awakens would have explained more of why she was able to do the things she could do, then I think she might have come across as a very good character.
I've said it
They
100
dropped the
times
ball
before.
after Force Awakens, and that's what destroyed it.
She's great in the first half of The Force Awakens, and then the back half, you have a lot of questions.
And if they would have satisfactorily answered the questions of the next movie, it would have been great.
Yeah.
The next movie not answering those questions, just saying, well, duh, she's a Mary Sue, she's good at everything, made the second half of The Force Awakens not as great.
Yeah, is that exactly word for word? I think Yoda comes on the screen and says, failure is a great teacher unless you're Mary Sue.
Exactly.
Then you learn everything before you learn it. Wise words from Master Yoda.
Adding more context, the film that's currently being re-scripted, you could say, by Stephen Knight, it's kind of a redo of the draft from Damien Lindelof and Justin Gibson. They had written the original documents.
So they're keeping some of that.
Well, the duo turned their work in around February, and then they were quickly shown the door. Because Lucasfilm changed
Kathleen
the
Kennedy
plan.
way.
They kind of wanted a new take on the story, one that would feature a younger Rey, because there are rumors that the first draft would have Rey being 80s, training 2 future Jedi. And they're like, well, she's young now. Why aren't we doing something with her at her current age area?
You say what you will about how excited you are or not about the movie, but if you're going to bring in Daisy Ridley, why would you age her up to 80 when she's probably 30 at this point or somewhere around there?
Yeah, why not use what you have while you have it?
Exactly.
Whatever. And then Stephen Knight came in, and Lucasfilm then gave Daisy Ridley a call. So that's when the creative overhaul kind of took place. Is they read the original script, and they're like, why are we making her so old? Goodbye. Let's bring someone else in to retool this whole thing.
Why would she wait 60 years to train more Jedi? I mean, maybe she learned from Luke. You don't dive right in. You got to take your time, otherwise things go wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's what she learned. That was the third lesson we never got to see in the movie. Don't train younglings until they're old, or until you're old. I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Like you had said, she was posting photos about Lucasfilm where she went to have lunch with Kathleen Kennedy, but they think that possibly could have been maybe the studios also testing the waters to see, hey, she'll post a picture from our lunch and we'll find out What are fans thinking?
Like, where did they go to see where the waters felt about her?
I don't know. Not the ocean. Maybe they had a little kiddie
pool. They found
a
stream somewhere.
Oh, there was a kiddie
Daisy
pool.
Ridley's
and they're like,
hometown.
there.
Yeah, like, oh, the waters are warm. Everybody here wants Rey to return.
So we're supposed to see in this new film, it's going to be 15 years after Rise of Skywalker, Rey will be rebuilding the Jedi Order. The actress says she has been told some details about it. She didn't share any, but she's really excited. And she said that it took her surprised at first. Literally, she said, I'm very excited. The story is really cool. I'm waiting to read a script because obviously I don't have any other updates. It's not what I expected, but I'm very excited.
Well, I mean, it's one of those cases where what else is she going to say? Like, they told
horrible.
me what it's about. I can't believe we're going to do this. It's a terrible story idea, and I don't want to read the script, but I guess I signed on.
Yes.
But I mean, she could be genuine too. I'm not saying she's just saying what she's supposed to say, but it is what it is.
What's interesting is how she continues this conversation. You know, as far as the future, we know one movie is coming for her, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean Lucasfilm isn't planning more down the line.
With her, or just off of her movie?
Well, what she said is, I know the storyline for one film. That's not to say that's all it is. But that's what I was told about. I imagine it will be the next film, I think. I mean, again, I don't know post-strikes and everything.
She'll be like 80, so she won't make it to the next one.
How quickly everything will start up again. But yes, so far I know the story of one film, and I think people will be very excited.
I mean, if it's good, obviously they'll probably double down on it, right? Or if it does well, I should say.
Or they could just be using her to pass the torch. It could be that she's in
She's
this
barely
movie.
had the torch.
Yes, but didn't
I'm
we
not
say
saying
that...
I'm not saying she can't pass it along and we can't do something else, but I mean, it's like, as you point out, or we pointed out, she's like 30 years old. Like, why not? If you believe that much in her and the character, why would you only do one movie?
Well, why would they leave Luke in the middle of nowhere? George Lucas never went back for Luke. How many fans wanted to know what came next? Instead, he did the prequels and then just dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, he didn't drop off he made Clone Wars. I mean,
but he didn't ever go back for Luke.
You're making it sound like he abandoned Luke on the island now.
You're saying, I'm just comparing here. You're saying Disney, why wouldn't they keep using her? She's in the right age bracket. She's in her prime. Well, why did Lucas never go back and tell more of Luke's story?
That is a lovely question.
It's the same kind of scenario.
The entire world would be different right now if Lucas had decided to make sequels instead of prequels.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing saying that he couldn't have wrote the prequels, but then why did he never go back to Luke's story? He didn't, though.
But he was at the end, and then he decided, I just got remarried and had a kid, and I'm going to sell.
Right.
I don't have time for this, which I don't blame him for at 70 years old. I don't know that I would at 70 want to devote what could theoretically be my remaining years to 3 more movies. As much as he loves Star Wars, it's a lot to ask out of someone.
All right, I was just trying to make a comparison.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying I don't. I guess I took exception to he abandoned Luke, and then something happened that he did not expect.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm doing a little.
No,
he sold
you're
to
done.
Disney. Nobody expected it, but no. I mean, I'm gonna stay open-minded because that's what I try to do. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Rey, right? I'm not super excited for her return, but who knows? Right?
Right. Well,
and what I was just saying is I mean, if it's good, go ahead, double down on Rey. Sure. I guess.
All right, well, let's move forward.
Yes, let us move forward.
Empire Magazine has teased their January 2024 issue, and it does mention 3 2024 Star Wars series that are coming, including Andor Season 2, Skeleton Crew, and The Acolyte. I'm not surprised that Empire Magazine didn't go, let's talk about The Bad Batch and Tales of the Jedi Season 2.
Why wouldn't you talk about that?
They're sticking, because they're, they don't probably see those properties as meant for adult, and that is what they...
I got issue with them now.
So yeah, they did mention all 3 of those projects in their January 2024 issue as things that are coming out in 2024, which makes me extremely happy because I get worried that projects will get delayed further than expected.
Well, we still keep your prediction for a Skeleton Crew trailer on Thanksgiving. I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. It didn't come to pass.
It didn't come to pass.
It's good. It was a good idea, though.
It was a good idea. It made me sad that it didn't come to pass, but I don't know what they're waiting for, because I still feel Skeleton Crew will be next, followed by The Acolyte, and then Andor.
Yeah. I still think Skeleton Crew, January. Then you might
Right.
have Bad Batch sandwich in there, and then sometime probably summer. Maybe late summer, maybe like the July, August.
And then we'll
window
hit
again,
Andor in the fall.
Andor in the fall, yeah.
I feel like that is probably accurate. I think maybe May the 4th they might drop all the Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
It's going to be probably the same thing. I hope it's more robust than season 1, but if it's not, then it'll just be it'll be like, here you go. Here's like 6 10-minute episodes. Enjoy.
I think they like to alternate that with Visions, which means we could almost expect a Visions for 2025.
Yeah. As we see into the future of Visions.
Oh, yeah. We know we have a celebration at least that year.
Next year. Not next year, but the next year, 2025.
Yes, because assumedly they're going to start hyping up the movie.
I would be surprised if we don't get like a early trailer or something.
Something.
Yeah.
We'll have to get something by then.
Yeah. I think that's their plan. I think that's kind of I really see that kind of being the relaunching point of Star Wars after some rocky waters.
Yeah, I feel like that's why they're chalking this year full of shows, is because they don't have Celebration. And then next year when they have Celebration in April, not next year, but the year after that, when they have Celebration in April, they'll be like, here we go. Here's a bunch of projects. Because Andor Season 2 is the end of Andor. There is no more after that.
You don't know that.
We don't know about Ahsoka Season 2. There's no word on that yet. We don't know if Skeleton Crew is going to have some sort of Season 2 story.
Let's see Season 1 before we even talk about that.
Acolyte was originally planned as a multi-season project.
It still is, as far as I recently thought we read somewhere that it was still planned for multi-seasons.
Right, so going forward in the live-action world, there'll be Acolyte, Mandalorian, possibly Ahsoka, and we'll see from there.
Yeah, we know Mandalorian Season 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's been written for a long time now.
But I mean, after that, we got Lando, yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that going to be like a film movie thing on Disney Plus?
It's a movie now.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie now, and it's just probably a Disney Plus movie.
Which is fine.
So they'll have to start announcing what kind of new live-action projects we have to look forward to, because just having additional new seasons of things isn't the same as having a brand new project.
Yeah, and that'll have to come. You would imagine that would have to come before next year's celebration.
Possibly. It depends on how far they can stretch out the content they have.
Because we have no idea what is... I mean, probably Mandalorian Season 4 next year. And by next year, I mean 2025. I keep saying next year like this one's over.
Yes, I assume 2025 we're going to be getting Mando Season 4. And then hopefully by Celebration in April, be getting the announcements of the next live-action projects that are coming that are probably close to being done, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We will see. But for now... That's all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news. Tell us what you think about the return of Rey. You want to see a trilogy of Rey or not even one movie. Whatever the case may be, though, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.